The home game, another 0-0 draw, and I'm not going to go on about the lack of goals, but I mean, clearly you said in your interview afterwards it's a concern, and but you're confident it will come.
Well, you've got to be. We're working on it and just constantly putting the hours in and working hard and shooting practice. It's not just that; it's everything. We've got to be better from set pieces and end delivery. So it's a whole host of things really to hit the back of the net. So listen, it wins you games, and that's the most important thing in football.
By definition, you go up a league, those chances are A, going to be fewer and further between, and B, probably come sharper in the sense as well.
Yes, don't get me wrong, we've had enough chances, so I'll be more concerned if we weren't creating the chances. But I'm not one for stats, but I've been told we're third highest in shots on goal, albeit it might be off target or on target, and second in crosses. So we clearly have to do better. We've got to be more ruthless and relentless. Out of the 6 games, we've been in the lead for 7 minutes this season, and I think that tells you where we are. I think discipline and organisation, structure-wise, we're excellent. So every game we've been in, bar absolute.
As I say, when you go up a league, you almost, with all due respect to Conference North, you move from essentially what could be described non-league football into what is professional football now, isn't it? Really, full-time professional football.
Yeah, for sure. And we haven't, we're not fearing that at all. We're part of the big boys now, and every game, like I said, I think we've been in, and we could and should have won more than what we have. So not got to get too down about it. Just got to keep working hard. But goals win your games, and that's it. We're relying heavily on clean sheets at the moment throughout the team. But the table's got to turn sooner or later, and I'm confident it will.
You mentioned you do a lot of shooting practice. Obviously, it must be very difficult to replicate a game situation there.
Oh yeah, but listen, you can only practice and hit in the back of the net. It's confidence, you've got to build that up. But this is everybody. This is midfield as well. We're not scoring enough goals from midfield. We're not scoring enough goal from centre halves, set pieces. Fullbacks probably get most chances in that, the way we play in our team. Caleb Richards for one on Saturday, Oxlade Chamberlain. So yeah, it's the whole. It's very easy to pinpoint the number 9s. I know that's what they're paid to do, but it's very easy. When we get a chance, albeit at the level, it might be one chance and we've got to put it away.
The plus side of things, though, if you look at the season as a whole so far, is it fair to say you've probably had one bad half, and that was down at Ebbsfleet? The first half there was poor, if I'm being honest. But aside from that, it's been very solid, really.
No, it's been solid, and I've been really pleased. Listen, we haven't got the points we wanted to replicate what we've done performance-wise, but I do believe we've got to be competitive in every game we play. So first and foremost, I'm encouraged with that.
Sorry, I was a spider on my... You had a wasp last week, I got a spider this week. This weekend then, you're off to Southend, another long trip, obviously, there are a lot of those in this league, and they're a club who've had their problems at the moment.
They have, but I know what it's like to play at a club that's together, and they're definitely like that at the moment. The fans, the players, the staff, the community have all come together, and it gets that extra 10-20% out of the lads. We watched the game last Friday, and it was a hostile atmosphere. They had the protests, and then they really backed the boys. So they'll be disappointed with the result on Monday, but having watched that as well, they were decent and should no way have lost the game. So we know we're up for a big challenge on Saturday.
You rang the changes for Monday's game, and partly, I suppose, because it was 2 games in 3 days.
Yeah. Listen, what's the point in having a squad if you can't use them in 2 games in 72 hours? We have to use the players. I was really encouraged with Monday. Like I said, did everything bar score a goal. We looked solid. It never looked like losing the game. So we'll take them positives going into Saturday. Tough place to go. Southend, clearly a club too big for this level, but are here for that reason. So we'll go in there with confidence, knowing we can win the game.
There's a whole lot of clubs in this league you could say are probably too big for this level. Really, look at your Chesterfields, your Oldhams, those sort of clubs. Yeah,
for sure. Listen, it's a tough league now. It's a really tough league. It's completely different to when I was at this level 15 years ago. But the game's moved on. It's moved on financially, and it's moved on fitness-wise, and we're overjoyed to be at this level. But the honeymoon period's gone now, and we're looking to get as many points as we can ASAP.
In terms of your players that injured, Matt Preston's the first one I was going to ask you about. When we last spoke, you said you hoped it would be early September. Is that still how you're looking?
Yeah, he's progressing really well. He's not going to be available for this Saturday, but I think he could be ready for the following Saturday, which is excellent. Shane, as you've seen, has just come in, so he's been given the all clear from the surgeon. So his operation went really well. He's got 4 more weeks in the brace, and then he's back to fitness. Then we've got to get him fit as we can. So you're probably still looking early November for Shane.
And part of that presumably is building up the knee again after.
Yeah, of course. Listen, he's had it repaired, so he can start doing things now with his knee, which is excellent. We're only 2 weeks post-op, so it just shows you the science in doctors now and how quick and they can get back on the grass.
I was just talking to Shane, and he said it's probably the first 2 weeks when he's done nothing for about 12 years, really.
Yeah, no, he's been a right moody git, so I would have managed him on that sense. But no, he's been great off the field. He's our captain at the end of the day, so we'll be seeing him a lot more now. He's been given the all clear from the doc. Aside
from Matt Preston, whom I mentioned, and Shane, obviously, how are you doing for injuries besides that?
Yeah, touch wood. Obviously, Alex Penny's back now. I've been served a 1-game suspension, so we've got decent bodies in the team, which you need getting into these big places. So we'll come through the next 2 days unscathed, and we'll go to Southend believing we can win the game.
And without over-egging it, obviously you've had 2 players sent off in 2 games recently. It's very easy now to pick up a caution, seemingly. Discipline's going to be a big part of it, isn't it, really?
For sure, yeah. We've had 2 red cards. We had 2 red cards against us. There seems to be a red card in every other game at the moment. You can't tackle anymore, do you know what I mean? And you can't tackle without not getting booked. So discipline's major. And something that we're really going to have to follow the guidelines to in the next 2 to 3 months, because one thing we don't want to be doing is losing players to suspensions already.
When new directives come in, the referees are going to tighten up on whatever it might be, time wasting or tackles. Do you have a referee come in to explain how it's going to work? Is that what you do?
Yeah, we had a managers meeting with Howard Webb early season, who kind of late pre-season, giving us the rules of the new season with only 10 days to go, which seems to be everyone's moan at the moment. But listen, it's just changing. I think the referees are learning as well. They're getting a lot of stick for what they're doing at the moment. It's not ideal for both parties, but we've got to get on with it. They've got a job to do, so have we. So I think when we start working together throughout the season and we start learning how it goes, I think it'd be a lot healthier than it is now.
Experience as a reporter and as a fan tells me that these things tend to settle down after a while. For example, the added time at the end of each half already seems to be settling down.
Yeah, it does. We said that, didn't we, after the first 2 weeks, which was quite ridiculous, and now it's kind of settling down. And I think in the next 2 to 3 months it would be even more so. So we're learning. I think the referees are learning, and we've got to act sharp. But we all follow from the top, don't we, from the Premier League, and it works its way down. So we do learn a lot from the higher levels too. So listen, learning curve.